Hello, Taurus. Welcome back to another reading with Anurakti Tarot. Today, I'm going to be doing a reading for Taurus. Now, before I start your reading, Taurus, I did something strange. I flipped that coin around. So something is telling me that something is about to work in your favor. Something that maybe you've been having a hard time with is going to turn around in your favor. This could be like something that you didn't expect to go your way. Maybe something that you didn't expect to receive. You're definitely going to receive it, and it's definitely going to go your way. So some situation is about to turn in your favor, and the results are going to be better than you expected for sure. So we're just going to cleanse. Spirit guides, angels, and ascended masters, thank you so much for protecting us at all times. Thank you for your guidance, your support, and your love. May you please cleanse this space and allow all the messages to be accurate and to help those that are in need. Spirit guides, angels, and ascended masters, we use our gifts for the highest and greatest good of all, and to allow all of us to ascend through every dimension, on every plane, and every level of existence. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are forever grateful for your love and support. Okay, Taurus. So this reading is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, and also Vedic astrology. So, for example, if you are I know I've been messing this up on other videos, but in Vedic astrology, you just move up one sign. So if you're Taurus in Western astrology, you become an Aries in Vedic astrology. So after Taurus becomes what? What's after Taurus on the zodiac wheel? Why can't I not think today? Taurus comes Cancer, right? So if you are a Cancer in Western astrology, you become a Taurus in Vedic astrology. But once again, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, and Venus. We're doing a tarot reading for the sign of Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. There you go, the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. This can have something to do with like two children. This could definitely have something to do with two children. I know this can be two female children, but I'm feeling two female children and a male child. These two cards are telling me something about two female children and a male child. This male child, his reading is definitely improving. This could be also writing. Maybe a child was struggling with writing or reading comprehension. That's definitely improving. Page of Pentacles here. This female child, I know Pentacles isn't math, but I'm hearing something related to math. Definitely learning fractions. And so you can be helping this child to learn fractions. It really helps to show them like real life examples, like literally buying a pie and cutting the pie into 1/2, 1/8, 1/5, showing them, basic skills like that. This definitely means that both of those children will thrive. All three of those children are thriving. They're doing very, very well if they are in school. So this can be maybe if a child was struggling in class, maybe they were having like some bad grades or something like that, you can definitely expect for their grades to improve tremendously. Like this could be a child jumping up an entire letter grade at the very least, for sure. So going from a C to a B. So let's see what other messages we get. Spirit guides, angels, and ascended masters. What messages do we have for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, and Vedic astrology? Spirit guides, angels, and ascended masters. You could also be spending a lot more time with a partner here. If you have a spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever you got, a significant other, I definitely see you guys spending a lot more time together. This could definitely just be in the house also. This can be like going to like community events, so like going to farmers markets, things like that. You and a partner could definitely be spending a lot more time together than you have than in the past. In the past, it seems like maybe you or your partner was working on a really intense project that required a lot of attention and detail. So maybe you or this partner has finished completing this project, so now you guys are able to spend time together. Like I said, I definitely see going to farmers markets, just walking around town, shopping, having a really great time, enjoying each other's company with the Tool Cups there. Spirit guides, angels, and messages we have for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, Vedic. Nine of Swords fell out, and what else? The King of Cups. I'm gonna go ahead and continue with it. I'm gonna split the deck. I know that's a little strange, but I'm gonna take it. So Nine of Swords, King of Cups. This can definitely be so back to children. You can be a father that's worried about, like I said, that has two children. Or if you're a female, this wants to come out too. So you could have messages in the Aquarius reading because the Judgment card came out in their reading. Also, Pisces had the Fool and the King of Cups. So here are a couple of things, Taurus. You and your mate could be very focused on children, or the mother or father of your children. You could definitely focus on, like I said, this could be 2 to 3 kids here. This is 2 to 3 children that you're heavily focused on at this time. One child could be a little bit older, like 16, 17, 18, 19. Nine of Swords. So Nine of Swords could maybe just be feeling anxieties about maybe this child is, I mean, they're growing up. That's fine. So, you know, maybe birds and the bees conversations, things like that is a little bit having anxieties about it. So if you're a female, you could be having anxieties about talking to your maid, the father of your child, talking to him about with a female child regarding birds and the bees. And you could be having anxieties about it. I would say don't worry about it. If you're a female that's worried about your father of your children talking to a male child about, you know, sex and things like that, I would definitely say that this mate has everything under control. If you're a male and you have to talk to a male child about it, you definitely have everything under control. You definitely are very, very good at explaining and kind of making it funny, like giving it from the perspective of the child. So you're really, really awesome at discussing very, very difficult and uncomfortable topics with your children. I would definitely say you're very, very successful in this. And this is also like giving a child life lessons without them having to experience it themselves. This will let me know that your children really value what you talk to them about. They really appreciate the wisdom that you give them, and they also really do keep it. Like, even if they don't quite understand what you're saying. So again, you have some very, very bright children. Your children are extremely, extremely bright. They could maybe have anxiety themselves, but it's just because they have a much more mature perspective on the world than the average children their age, for sure. I mean, this is children ranging from the ages of 9 all the way up to, I would say 20, maybe even 21, 22. So let's see what else is going on. Nine of Swords, King of Cups, the Fool, Judgment. What else is going on for Taurus? Sun, Rising, Venus, North Node, and Vedic. This wants to come out, I'm going to take it. 3 of Wands came out in reverse. I'm going to check and see where it wants to fall. Oh, it fell to the side. Let's see. It's still falling to the side. I'm going to take this as to the side. This usually can reference, when a card comes out to the side like this can usually reference a block. Or it doesn't have to reference a block, or it can be just something that's in the midst of turning this way. So, like I said, this could be anxieties. Okay, because maybe what could be coming up for a child is maybe this child is maybe going to spend the first time they're going to be away from home. Or maybe this is the first time a child is going to stay somewhere at a friend's house. Or maybe this is the first time you're going to let a child go somewhere by themselves. So maybe you're feeling kind of nervous about this, or you're discussing this with the maid. You know, are they mature enough? Do they know how to handle situations? Do they know how to call 911? Do they know how to protect themselves? Do they know about stranger danger? So this is definitely a lot of anxieties regarding children. This can be a child that may be going to high school also, or middle school. This could definitely be maybe a child was homeschooled for a while, or maybe a child that could have been sheltered. And so maybe you're having to release them. They have a little bit more freedom. Maybe they're going to a traditional school now or something like that. So this is just anxieties regarding children and the changes that they're going through. They're just growing up. Turn that way. There we go. Let me see what else. Thank you for your patience. Yeah, this is some insecurities regarding a household. We have the 5 of Pentacles and 4 of Pentacles at the bottom. So feeling insecure about maybe releasing this child from the nest, or kind of letting them go off and figure out things on their own here. Your child has a lot of wisdom. I would not be afraid. Your child is smarter than all of their friends, for sure. I think this child has so much intelligence that they are a little bit. They're kind of like, not reckless in a bad way, but they're fearless. Like, they'll kind of go and do things that maybe the other friends won't. But they know how to, and this came out too, 5 of Cups. And Justice is at the bottom, and the High Priestess. This is really good. This can also be a female child. So this is definitely talking to a child about like regrets also. So like I said, this is definitely can be related to sex again. Teaching a young adult or child about sex, and teaching them about how to protect themselves here with the Five of Cups, teaching them how to avoid having later regrets, things like that. Oh, this wants to come out. I'm going to take it. Oh, the Tower card came out. So this may be, like I said, a sudden realization. Maybe this child didn't know. So maybe this child was doing certain things that you were becoming aware of, that let you know that maybe they are becoming sexually active, or maybe that they're like going through some sort of change here with the Magician at the bottom. This child can be very crafty. This child is extremely crafty. This is a female and a male child. They're extremely crafty. This may be a skill that they picked up from you for sure. This could have been something that's like innately a part of them. You know, some things get passed down to our children. So this could definitely be like, you're really good at being crafty, and your child also was gifted this ability. Your children were gifted this ability. So having an awakening about a Tower moment, this can be a child that could have also like went through a breakup or had a boyfriend, or just had something kind of unexpected happen to them. However you handled this conversation with them, it went very, very well. Even if they're not showing it, or even if they didn't show it or express that, it was really beneficial to the child, and they really accepted what you had to say to them here. Now, if you don't have any children, King of Cups is here. Let me see. Nine of Swords. So also, if you're a Taurus, you could just be, this is just another breakup in a relationship with somebody. Maybe you feel like this person was, just too, like a gopher, like somebody that would go for anything. Like maybe you just feel like this person don't have a lot of boundaries. You could also feel like this person, I don't know, this person's kind of silly. Like you just feel like that the things that they do aren't comical. They're very immature. So this can't be ending a relationship because you just feel like this person is just too goofy or too much of a gopher. What else do we have? This wants to come out. I'm going to take it. I feel it. Oh, the Ten of Wands. What else is going here? This can also be finally giving a child chores if they didn't have chores. This is a very like simple reading. This can be also of a child teaching them about chores, teaching them how to wash their clothes. If they don't know how to wash their clothes, just teaching them really powerful life lessons. Now you are going to struggle with trying to institute these new things just for a little bit. It'll be a struggle because a child has to get into a new routine. So if you're trying to make them start washing their own clothes, they're going to struggle with it for a little while. So just continue to be patient with them through teaching them how to take care of themselves, basically. King of Cups and the Nine of Wands. Also teaching a child about their emotions here with the Hangman. So this can be like watching a TV show with a kid and like kind of pausing and asking the child, what do you think about this? How do you feel about this? This can also be asking a child about like, you know, when they get in the car, when they come home from school or whatever. So when this happened at school, how did this make you feel? Or what do you think about this? And even asking them really hard political questions for sure. This child is a critical thinker, or your children are critical thinkers, which is really nice. Your children aren't passive consumers. Passive consumers will be which are usually adults, are people that just accept whatever society gives them and tells them. These children are also maybe, their friends can be pretty smart also. These can be children that research conspiracy theories. They kind of look up, they want to know the meaning behind things. They don't always take things at face value. This is also a child that could watch like a really deep movie and really like understand what the movie was about on a deeper level. For sure. this child, you could have a child that also likes to spend a lot of time alone, like in their room and stuff like that. You could be worried about them being antisocial. They're not antisocial with the King of Cups. They're just more of an introvert, but they do know how to conversate with people, but they don't always, like, this is just like a child that doesn't really, you know, like they like to do their own thing. You know, they don't need to have friends. They don't need to conversate. It doesn't mean that the child is autistic or anything like that, or that they have any, you know, issues. That's just a part of this child's personality. It could definitely be a male child here. Very, very intelligent, very compassionate. Could be a water sign. Could be a water sign, Scorpio or Pisces. Aquarius is here. Okay, Taurus, continuing on. Something happened. I'm not sure where the video cut off at. But like I was saying, if you're separated from a male child, this male child is definitely missing you. This male child likes to spend a lot of time alone. He's very, very intelligent. If you're a mother or a father that's separated from their child, this child misses you. This child could definitely be calling you very, very soon and be reaching out and definitely just saying they want to come. Either they want to live with you or that they just want to spend more time with you. This is definitely a child that values their time with you more than anything. And maybe you are the favorite parent. Maybe the other parent yells a lot, or you know, is a little bit isn't as effective with working through the child's emotional issues, and really bringing things to perspective in the same way that you are. And maybe you and the child, maybe it's because you and the child are the same sex or something like that. Don't have to be, but you and this child have a very deep bond. So this child definitely misses you, misses spending time with you, definitely prefers to live with you or to be with you. Also here, what did I say? I'm trying to go back over what I could have missed when the camera cut off. Let me keep going and see what else. I'm going to take this one and this one. Yeah, this child definitely misses you. Yeah, this is a move. Look at this. The Chariot and the Tower is a sudden move. So this can be a child that wants to move in with you all of a sudden, move with you, relocate to be with you. Also here, this can be maybe you're moving to get a child into a better school. Also, this child, this is just all about a child here. Page of Wands came out. So it's like when they feel like this, they want to come out. Like, look how this is doing by these other cards. They're not bending like that. Like this card is really bending, but this one isn't. See how this one's kind of stiff? This card wants to come out. So that's the Page of Wands. So that's just really, really good news. This just means that this child really values their relationship with you. Maybe you guys have had some time apart and they really just recognize that they enjoy spending time with you. Three of Wands is maybe the block. So maybe this isn't a good time for you right now either. Maybe your schedule is busy. So maybe you just need things to stay the way that they are. Maybe you could be doing a lot of traveling. You yourself could also be moving or relocating here, because the Chariot and the Tower is definitely a humongous move. So even if your kids are with you and your children are looking at relocating, then you could definitely expect to move into a really nice place. You have some really friendly neighbors. They're very watchful. They also have children that's the same age as your child. There is one child in the neighborhood that you may have to be careful of your child being around. This child can be a little eccentric, but they just, I don't know. Just be mindful. There's just one child in the neighborhood that you have to be careful of regarding your child. Anyways, continuing on. What do we have? 5-5, Tower, Judgment. What else for Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, and Vedic. All right, let's see what these are. We got the King of Swords, 7 of Wands, the 6 of Pentacles, and the 2 of Cups. Oh, the 9 of Cups. So I guess this child is going to get what they want more than likely. This child is more than likely going to get what they want. So if this child wants to move back with you, they're going to move back with you. If this child is looking at, wants to relocate schools, you could definitely be moving just to make that happen for a kid. Also here, like I said, back to making sure this child, you're just educating this child on the birds and the bees. Is going to be very, very effective. It's going to help them be very successful in relationships. So like I said, this could be a young adult also that you're communicating with about relationships. What else? King of Cups, person. Let me see. Let me just pull. We'll see what else we get here. This reading is really just about a child for sure for me. Instituting more discipline with this child. You know, making sure they're doing their chores. This child also probably likes spending time with you, vice the other person, because you're less controlling. You're not as controlling over this child. And this child doesn't really need to be controlled because this child does have a lot of wisdom. So this child doesn't do, I mean, they may do small, you know, things, but they're not doing anything major that's, you know, like, oh my God, we need to nip this in the bud immediately. It's not like that. You know, the kid may, you know, stay out a little later than they're supposed to by like 10 minutes. Their room may get junky every now and then. Instead of doing the dishes immediately when you tell them, which I can see how that could be a problem, they may take, you know, 5 minutes. So messages for Spirit Guides, Angels, Ascended Masters regarding Taurus, North Node, Venus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Vedic. Now, if you do have a young adult child, this child could definitely be working like a, you know, a wage job, and they're just having frustrations with this job. Maybe they also did quit this job because they feel like they weren't receiving enough, so they, you know, they could be just reaching out for support. They know they can count on you for sure. With the Emperor card here at the bottom, like you have the stability to provide for this child also. So this is like giving a child money for car, rent, or anything like that. So this is just carrying, you having to carry more burdens for this child, but it's fine. It's not like you can't, like, you can do it. Like, it's not like it's an issue. If you're a male or a female. So here we pull control, zombie. Like I was saying, this child likes spending time with you a little bit more. I don't want to, no such thing as a favorite parent, but I'm just going to be honest here. This is just because this child doesn't need to be controlled as much. This child is very wise for their age, or your children are very, very wise for their age. They're very, very advanced. So they don't need to be controlled as much as other children. They can do it with a lot of freedom. This child can also be extremely responsible. This is a very, very responsible kid. A responsible group of children that you have. They're very respectful. They have manners. This child definitely knows how to curse. Also, this child is really good with curse words. But they don't, you know, they may just use them around their friends or something like that. Like I said, this is just a very advanced group of children in this Taurus reading. Very highly ascended children. Very responsible. They know how to take care of dogs and cats. Like if they need to be left at home by themselves, they know how to take care of each other. This is even a child that you're probably okay with using the oven and the stove top. Like this child could cook meals for brothers and sisters. This child would know how to use like a fire extinguisher. So this is just saying that you really have instilled some really like solid, I mean, life tool skills in this child. Like this child could also already even know how to pay bills. Here you got intention with wand, and alchemist came out. So this is another reason why I say this child is very intelligent, because this child isn't aware of the power of intention. Or maybe you could be teaching them that, like I said, when you're teaching them about sex or something like that, teaching them about the power of intention, teaching them that, you know, everybody's intention is not always what you think it is. You know, people want different things out of you. This child is becoming very aware of that, and they're becoming very good at reading people. They're really, really good at reading people. Like I said, this could be a very, this could be an empathetic child, a child that feels very deeply. Messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. So like I said, you could be looking at moving or relocating to get a child closer to a school. A child could be looking at wanting to move back with you or move in with you. A child could be looking at relocating to be with you, or something like that. Just because they valued the time that they had with you. They just like, you're a favorite parent. It's fine. You're a favorited parent. You're not supposed to have favorites, but whatever. This child has a favorite parent, and it's you. Alchemist, like I said, this kid can be very good at manifesting and not knowing it. They don't know about the law of manifestation or anything, but it's a natural ability that they have. And as soon as I said that mastery was in the on the split of the deck. So this child is just very, very magical, very, very spiritual child. They don't realize it, but they just are very, they're just in tune. Like these kids or this child just has a vibe. Like they really got a vibe about them. So I would, I wouldn't be surprised if this child kind of have success early in life. Also here you pulled arrow, focus. Like I said, this is a blessing to have really great children like this. You have really awesome, amazing children. Your children are very focused. Like I said, they take everything that you say and they really value it. Like if it's sex education, teaching them about money and bills, teaching them about people, giving them a lot of street smarts and intelligence. Like they're really focused and they really do, like I said, value and appreciate everything that you say to them. Seven of Wands here. This child also knows how to protect themselves and protect others. This child may be familiar with, how to use different weapons, or may be familiar with how to fight, and stuff like that. This child is can definitely fight and defend themselves. They can defend their brothers and sisters if they have to. This is also a type of kid, like if they were to get beat up, like they wouldn't take it as like, they won't take it as a bad thing. They'll be like, it'll be another round. Like they don't get hurt by being bullied or anything like that. Like this kid has a very strong willpower. This is a very, very independent child. This child is very, very independent, or your children are very independent. Spirit guides, angels, and mass messages do we have for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. Oh, these fell out. I'm gonna take this one. This was Queen of the Underworld. What else? I'm not taking these. So you, Queen of the Underworld, like I said, your child has definitely mastered a lot of skills that a lot of other children haven't mastered yet. Maybe because these other children could be, these other kids could just be sheltered, but it's simply just because the way that you, the lessons that you taught your child are things that children should be taught. I'm not saying math at school is important, but you also give them really valuable, like, life lessons. Like, you prepare them to really be out in a cruel world. Like, you're really preparing them for that. And are they prepared? Yes. And if not, they're definitely getting prepared. This child is definitely going to be prepared for real life experiences. Like at 18, they might have the mind, of a 30-year-old, or have the awareness of a 30-year-old, 40-year-old. So this is really incredible. You have really amazing children. A child also may be needing a car here with the Tower and the Chariot. A child could be learning how to drive or be needing to get a new car. Here we pull Sagittarius, the Voyager. Enthusiastic, philosophical, definitely what I was saying. Independent, this child is very independent. Generous, ethical, seeking, happy-go-lucky. Adventurous is what I meant by this child. May do like dangerous things more than their other friends, but it's not because they're reckless. They just kind of have this understanding of balance, like the need to kind of be, have a little fun. Honest, bareback, unbridled, experiential, lucky, boundless, traveling, risk-taking, tactless, and self-righteous. So like I said, this child could be a Scorpio, a Pisces, a Aries. There's Sagittarius here. There's Cancer here. And then Leo was at the bottom. So this child is very compassionate and has a very huge heart, but they don't always like show that to people or share that with people. So this child is very good with making friends also. They're very wise when it comes to who to make friends with and who not to make friends with. They're very mindful about the group of people that they are around. This child may like to be, like I said, by themselves. They may have one friend. They may have a group of friends, but for me, this can't be a child that, is around people, but none of them really their friends. They only really have one, or they spend a lot of time by themselves. I don't know how I'm putting that. I want this one. Spirit angels and send master messages do we have for Taurus, Sun, Rising, Venus, North Node. Oh, and like I said, back to you and a partner spending time together. Definitely see you and a partner spending more time together because this partner has finished some projects up. 3 of Wands is to make sure that you free up time in your schedule. 3 of Wands is the block. So if you know that you haven't been able to spend time with the mate, I don't know, for over the past month, 3 of Wands to the side is just saying be mindful to go ahead and free up your schedule because this partner now has time. So try to make your schedules coincide so you guys can spend that one-on-one time together. This is just saying you could have a mate that misses spending time with you, or maybe you miss spending time with your mate. It can go either way. It can go either way here. could definitely be looking at moving across country if you are a Taurus. Looking at moving somewhere else or something like that. Looking at moving to another state. You pulled in the flow state, in the zone, loving life, focused, high frequency, skill meets challenge, and flotation therapy. Definitely teaching a child how to float through life. Let's see what this is. Also pulled, write it down. Back to what I said about children in school. This child is doing awesome in school. Like I said, if they've been struggling with grades or anything like that. Visualization was over here, so I'm going to take it. See yourself achieving the highest possible outcome. Experience, feeling, and detail. So this to me is definitely like enlightening a child on like life lessons. And it's going to be very beneficial, and it's working. Even if the child doesn't quite understand everything you're saying, it's all as well. Taurus, that was your reading. Thank you so much for checking in. I really appreciate you. Feel free to like, share, or subscribe. Yeah, feel free to like, share, subscribe. Check out the IG. Post daily on the IG. Again, if this did not resonate with you, that's perfectly fine. This is a very general reading for all Tauruses. So it can definitely not apply to you at all, and that's fine. I'm going to be doing these weekly, so maybe next week will apply to you. Again, thank you so much for your time and your patience. Many blessings to you and yours. Send you off with some high vibes and some love. Spirit God's angels and the masters, thank you for continuing to bless our families and keep us safe, allowing us to give them the tools they need to master this life so that they themselves can fulfill their divine will, their divine purpose, and be in tune with their highest and greatest good. May our children continue to have the spirit of discernment and walk away from anything that is not good for them, and walk towards that is. All right, Taurus, that was your reading. See, look, you didn't have a lot of burn. This is really good. You're in a really good space, Taurus. Really good space. Everything is turning in your favor. A lot of really great stuff going on. I wouldn't get too stressed about anything. Like I said, you could be getting a new car. Congratulations if you're getting a new car. You could have 2 cars here. Congratulations. You deserve all your blessings. Thank you. And Anurakti Tarot signing off.